Welcome back, everybody, to Hurley's Hobbies. In this episode, we're going to continue on the fuselage on the sides, and let's get it building. All right, we're getting set up to make our upper longerons and our lower longerons. The upper one, use a 42-inch piece, and you cut it to size. 42-inch piece. The lower longeron is two 36-inch pieces spliced together. So you gotta splice them on a 45. First I'm gonna do this top one. Get it where it goes. Now the bottom one I'm gonna 45 it. So I can make two of them. All right, everybody, I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna cut it and put it in, but it's later on down the video, and you'll see me put these in. These 3/8 by quarter. I put them in, one on each side. If you put them in, you're gonna have to take them back out, or because you got to sand this, because it's gonna be like, by the time they go together, be a 1/2 inch, and you gotta take them down to a quarter. So this has to be a 1/4 inch wide. So you sand both of these on an angle. And you can leave these in and sand them on an angle if you want and put them together, but it's going to be hard. You'd be better off just to take them out or leave them out and don't put them in like I did. I think I did that last time I built this plane. But leave them out, and then when you sand your taper, and then it'd be easier because I had one on each side. So, but I mean, you're eventually gonna don't throw them away. You're eventually gonna have to put one in there. So it's just that it's later down the road. So, all right. When you do this, there's a 3/8 piece by quarter that goes back here, and cut these a little long when you do them like I did, and sand them to fit. They're easier to sand back and to fit than go back later. Like the first one I cut, I didn't cut this first. I just moved it to here and cut it back down because they get smaller as you go. So now we got to do the other side and get that done. All right, everyone, I got the second side, which would be the door side, window side, done. Make sure when you set it back on the flange, under this piece here, this big piece, make sure you put the 1/8" balsa under it. And under every one of these, you gotta have 1/8" balsa under this to hold it up. And the same with the stringers. I took pieces and moved them as I went along and put these in. I would stick one under there, stick it under this side, glue it, and go, I did all of these first. The vertical, and then, so, but make sure you put 1/8" balsa under these on the window side. So now I got this one built, and it should match the other side. Okay, the landing gear doubler is these ones right here. It says that they're supposed to be 1/4 inch, but they're 2/8". So you gotta glue them together. There's actually 4 of them. There's the other ones. I already did the other side. So this is the window side. I'm gonna do that one. So take your knife, and cut them out. Got some thick CA, and we gotta glue them together. You pretty much got one shot at this because you want to cover the whole thing. So make sure they're lined up pretty good. They do. Glue them together. And partly through your fingers. Check them. Make sure they're both even, which they are. Okay. That's gonna go in there. Now, this is your the front firewall, F2. And it usually has this, which is the tail wheel mount. So set your F2 in here, get it straight, nice and level on the front, and mark it, which I already have. Take your landing gear. It's got the lines cut in it. Your landing gear mount, make sure they're going across. And set that on there. It'll butt up to the back here where that cut is. Because that's where this notch here is going to go. And it might not line up exactly with the bottom down here. This cut angle here, it's the same angle, but if you set your mount there, it might not line up. You might have to move it in a little bit. Like right there. Might went a little far. Glue that on there. All right, everybody. Now this is the bottom landing gear mount. The channels are running side to side, and I got it pinned down onto the plans, and I got weight on it. Now we got to turn and glue the sides on and make sure they stay vertical. So put the square there, make sure they're straight, and glue it to this former. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take some thick CA, put it down the sides. I might went a little too far with it. Wipe it off. And need to get this on here. Tight against it without moving it. And level on the outside. The other side. Normally I would do the side away from me first, but I'm trying to video it, so. I gotta put F2 in on the front. It comes out level with the top here and square with the front. And you keep the level on the square on the side to make sure that it's straight up and down. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that on now. Okay, we have F4, and it goes in here. All right, everybody, it's going to do it for this video. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, and hit that little bell. We'll see you next time.